Hi, everybody. This is Saad for the Saad Truth. As you can see, I'm wearing my aposematic hair coloring because one of the ways that you demonstrate your ideological ferocity is by wearing bright colors. I wanted to explain today why I've had a complete turnaround and pursuant to hearing Mark Cuban's eloquent defense of why we should all be voting for Kamala, I decided that I too, even though I'm Canadian, will be voting for Kamala. And I thought that the best way to do so is through the very powerful communication medium of hashtags. I will try to also do the kind of fish mouth or whatever it's called, duck mouth, as I show the hashtags. You ready? So these are the reasons why I'm voting for Kamala. What's this one? Jews for Hamas. Say no to Zionism. Islam is peace. Fight whiteness. Just like Kamala, I was a huge supporter of the riots that happened in the name of George Floyd, and so we must fight white supremacy. Too much whiteness in the United States. Borders are racists. No human is illegal, which you see in every Unitarian church in Ithaca, New York, where I got my PhD at Cornell University. Equality of outcomes. Because remember, if there's ever any differences across individuals, it can't be because human beings come with a heterogeneity of abilities, talents, work drive. Kamala will create equality of outcomes because she is a benevolent leader. Women with penises are women, as we saw during the Olympics, for example. So I support that. These are all, by the way, real positions of Kamala and the Democratic Party. That's why I'm supporting them. Menstrual equity. You have to support that because, as was explained at a symposium at my university of Concordia University in May, where they held a one-day symposium on menstrual equity being a human right, we have to fight for the human right to menstruate. Indigenous science. We know that the scientific method is laden with whiteness. It's, Newton, white. Charles Darwin, white. Laplace, white. Einstein, well, depending on whether you consider white Jews white or not, white. Planck, white. Schrödinger, white. Heisenberg, white. So we have to look at other ways of knowing, including indigenous science. This is, by the way, what we're doing at my university at Concordia. We are, as part of the 5-year strategic mission of the university, number right up there is to indigenize and decolonize the curriculum and pedagogy. Kamala Harris supports that. The Democrats and progressives support that. Tax unrealized capital gains. That's an important one. So suppose you have a startup and that startup is going to go public or is going public. It's worth on paper $1 billion, but you don't have a single cent yet. Then you would have to pay money on the fact that you've had this unrealized tax gain. It's a great, great idea. It's going to lead to a lot of entrepreneurial drive. It's definitely not sinister to tax that which you haven't yet gained. So there you go. That's a very important economic policy. Inflation is good. Just like, for example, diabetes, your blood sugar goes up. When your blood sugar goes up, that demonstrates vitality of your body. And so inflation, even though it's only been transitory so far for a couple of years, and people can't get enough money to buy food to feed their children, you have to remember that inflation is a sign of a vital economy. So that's good. And one of the ways that you can ensure, as Kamala explained to us, government spending contributes to reducing inflation. Unlike what I had learned when I was doing my MBA, that government printing of money and therefore more circulation of money results in inflation. It's the opposite, according to Kamala. So that's why I'm voting for her, because she understands the economy. Economic opportunity via socialism. Socialism is a good idea. And then, of course, finally, capitalism is evil. So these are some of the reasons why I'm voting. Hashtags definitely makes the message more powerful. So that's why I support the use of hashtags. Having colored hair makes you more fierce. I hope that you will join me in ensuring that the existential threat known as Orange Himmler does not get a second chance at kicking the can. Because a lot of the folks had said that if he were to become president, he would institute martial law, he would end democracy, he would never leave office. Now, he didn't do those things in the first term. That's because he's diabolical. It's when you give him a second term that he will end democracy. Go Kamala. Hashtag.